Hi friends, this is Miss Deanna from the Bell Road branch of the Newburgh Chandler Library, and we're here to have some adventures in art. Last time I talked to you a little bit about an artist named Mattisse. And what I like about Mattisse is Mattisse started with lines and color and then shapes. He would take different colors and put them together to figure out what made that color stand out the most. Like I have a purple lightning bolt here. If I put the purple lightning bolt on the blue, do you see it better on the blue? Or if I put it on top of the yellow? Do you see how it stands out more on top of the yellow? The other thing I liked about Mattisse is he would take shapes that didn't look like any shapes I'd ever seen before, like a square spiral, or this crazy thing. And when he would cut them out of paper, he would save the outside part of the paper and the inside part of the paper both. No scraps, and he would put them all together. And when he put them together like this, eventually he started creating beautiful patterns. And a pattern is what we're going to talk about today. A pattern is anything that repeats itself. So a pattern can be very simple, like happy, happy, sad, sad, happy, happy, sad, sad. We know it's going to come next, don't we? Happy, happy. Or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do you understand? In the book that we have in our library called Pitter Pattern by Joyce Hesselberth, she talks about how you can see patterns everywhere. Like if you're out in the rain playing with your friends, and then you come inside and you take off your boots, you have boot, boot, puddle. Boot, boot, puddle. Boot, boot. You know what's going to come next. Say it. Puddle. That's right. But that's not the only place we can find patterns. We can find patterns in sports. Look at that soccer ball pattern. We can find patterns on material and quilts. I bet if you look at what you're wearing right now, you'll see a pattern in it. We can find patterns in nature. So my friend here, the peacock, do you see that beautiful pattern on his tail? And my puppet of a giraffe. Do you see the special shapes running down his long, long neck? And once you start looking for it, you're going to see patterns everywhere. Like there's a pattern around the edge of this cup. There's a pattern of dots on this tape. There's even a pattern all around my ice cream cone box. And the stripes going across are a pattern too. Now this page I thought was interesting. It says Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Does it end with Saturday? What comes after Saturday? We go right back to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Back to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's a pattern, isn't it? They're just everywhere. Even in music. Do you know a song that might be a pattern? I know one, and I bet you've heard it before. Have you heard this one before? Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head and shoulders, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. It's a pattern. You got it. So some other books we have, this one is called What's Next, Nina? And Nina borrows her sister's necklace, but she doesn't ask permission. Oh dear Nina. And then she accidentally breaks the necklace, and she and her friend have to figure out how they're going to find the pattern in that necklace and put it all back together. Now it has a good ending, but I'm not going to tell it to you because I want you to come and check out that book for yourself. One of my other favorite books we have in our library is this one called Press Here, and it's by Hervé Tullet. And Mr. Tullet starts with one yellow dot. And then before you know it, he has a red dot and a yellow dot and a blue dot. And then he has a whole bunch of red dots and yellow dots and blue dots. Well, pretty soon those red and yellow and blue dots have lined themselves all up into a pattern. Red, yellow, blue. Red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue. And if the page kept going, it would be red, yellow, and blue. Good job, guys. Well, I found some Puffballs. I love playing with Puffballs. And actually, thinking about Mr. Tullet's book, I put these Puffballs in a pattern. So I've got orange, pink, blue. Orange, pink, blue. Orange, pink, and blue. Did you get that? Maybe you better look real quick. Look real hard. Do you see the pattern? Do you still see the pattern? Okay, remember it. I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to change 2 of these Puffballs. Are you ready? Can you find the 2 that moved? Look closely. Let's see if we can find it. Orange, pink, blue. Orange, wait a minute. Blue and pink, orange, pink, blue. Well, these guys switched places, didn't they? All right, let's try something different. I'm going to put pink and blue back where they belong. And then let's see what happens next. What happened? Well, I've got orange, pink, and blue, orange, pink, and blue, orange, pink, and blue. So it's okay, right? Did I change something? I did. I put green in here. So now I've got orange, pink, blue, and green, blue, and green. Orange, pink, blue, and green, blue, and green. Orange and pink and blue and green. Orange, pink, blue, and green, blue, and green. Patterns again. Well, I think it's time to take a look in our art box. So today in our art box, I have a lot of different colored pencils and a lot of my favorite color markers. I have some paper, and I have a ruler. And I have 2 different things that you can do if you would like to practice making patterns at home. So the first one is to take a ruler and your blank piece of paper and draw straight lines across the paper, but we're always going to make them intersect or connect in the same point in the middle of the paper. So it's going to look like an X and a plus sign that we've put right on top of each other. And now I'm going to start connecting these lines. Now you tell me when you see something that looks familiar, if you can figure out what I'm drawing. I'm going to go around and around. Okay, that's my first section. And now I'm going to do it again. Did you figure it out? We're filming this in the month of October, and guess what? I've made a spider web. That's perfect for October, isn't it? When we're talking about spooky things. So once you've made your spider web, you have all these different sections, and you can use each section to make a different pattern. Now the one I did, I chose to make a pattern with just colors. So I put green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, and then I changed to green, pink, green, pink, green, pink, green, pink, and then I kept the pink and went pink, blue, pink, blue, pink, blue, and you can see how it just kept going out and out and out. Now that's one thing you can do. The other thing you can do is you can take your blank piece of paper, and instead of using a ruler, you just draw the craziest line you've ever thought of or can do. So you start at one side of the paper and you just loop and go crazy all over that paper. And then you have a design that looks something like this. Now we've got a lot of tiny little sections and big sections in here too. And you can try and challenge yourself and see if you can put a different pattern in each section. So maybe in this one you might do a zigzag pattern. Maybe in this one you might do a polka dotted pattern. And when you're done, you have another piece of artwork. All right, I have one more book to show you, friends. And this book is called Toads and Tessellations. Now, a tessellation is a very special kind of pattern. It's the kind of pattern that uses up the entire piece of paper and doesn't leave any blank spaces. And the king of tessellations, and in patterns in general, I think in art, is an artist known as M.C. Escher. And he would take patterns and put them together in tessellation so that they go right to the edge of the paper. Now this one is birds going this way. But in the middle part, the part that would be empty, he's put fish going this way. This one down here is just a set of white birds flying this way and another set of birds flowing this way. Now it's kind of tricky, but if you would like to try and make a tessellation yourself, you can do it. You start out slow and then you build it up until you become a master like Mr. Escher. I would start with something very simple, like a 4x4 grid. It's just 4 squares that you put together. And what you have to remember is that anything you do to one side, you have to do to the other side of the square. So if I put arch here, I have to put an arch down here. And also down here. So whatever I take away or add to one side, I have to take away or add to the other. Over here, I'm going to make a zigzag kind of thing. You can tell I'm not being exact. And if I wanted to measure, I could probably make it a lot better, guys. But can you see how everything is sort of coming together? Now, sometimes this will just look like a pattern, but sometimes it might look like something. Like I think these look a little bit like birds. So I'm gonna give them an eye. And a beak. And I'm on my way to making my first tessellation. Now my friend Emily is going to be doing a video very soon of her own, and you can look her up on the Newburgh-Chandler Public Library YouTube channel. She's going to be doing a video, a virtual book club about dinosaurs. And when she does, she's going to be talking about tessellations too. And I borrowed this tessellation from her just so I could show you what a really beautiful finished tessellation looks like. Well, friends, that's all I have for today. We have finished our board here. We've talked about lines, we've talked about color, we've talked about shape, and we've talked about pattern. So the next time we come together, we're going to put it all together in our adventures in art. But until I see you, I want you to remember, we wave goodbye like this, we wave goodbye like this, we clap our hands and stomp our feet, we wave goodbye like this. Goodbye for now.